但是因为我们家还有一个张尚仁医师，我们2个合起来大概以医院来排，大概是世界第5的。亚洲来看的话，是亚洲第1。
生展开了笑，
我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量。
慈济大学呢，我相信大家都知道，在2019年的时候，是在世界大学排名亚洲排名第10名台湾排名第1名。为什么呢？是因为我们的学生老师、师生对于环境永续还有服务学习方面，对于社区做了很多的服务，那赢得了世界上的肯定
在医学人文的教育过程中，老师会结合哲学和艺术来启发我们对自我的认知和对价值观的认知。
那在今年呢，也承担了慈青社的社长。其实呢，在慈大、在慈青呢，都带给我很多的学习。所以我觉得在慈济大学呢，获得的不仅仅是书本上的知识，还有更多的机会与爱。来到慈济大学，让我学习到要把握因缘，进而去创造因缘。这样短短的时间内来做一个见证，就是希望把握这个因缘，可以来创造无量因缘。
好，让我们把握因缘，创造因缘。非常感恩现在所有在线上的家人，刚才这个回顾影音，大家有没有觉得哇是很新鲜的？对，这是我们的蔡香林师姐为我们制作的所以我们的影片回顾影片的制作团队。
Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to the once a week Kaohsiung Online Study Group. Just now we just give you some glimpses of what has happened in the past. Today is the 3rd week of the month, and today we have got 3 different translation group, English, Japanese, and also Cambodian. I would like you to leave your feedback as we are going online. We hope that you all enjoy the session today. We have 3 bows. First bow, second bow, and third bow. We would like to commit ourselves to moving forward. We would like to advise everybody. We'd like to pass on the Dharma lineage with sincere piety. Unwavering promote Tzu Chi spirit. We just go forward, forward, and forward. We just go, 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 and do. We study and listen to Dharma, and we are all more diligent and closer to Master's heart. Well, we like to pass on the Dharma lineage and recruit talents. Let us study online together. We would like you to clap together with us. Well, pass on the Dharma lineage and recruit talents. Let us study online together. Let's be an enlightened and compassionate group. Let's pass on the Dharma lineage. We certainly would like to bring out the ideal disciple as defined by Master. We would like to be open-minded and control our temper. We have to work hard and harmoniously with others. We would like to show good etiquette in speeches and actions. Be enlightened, virtuous with a purified heart. Focus on general principles and not the little trifles in life. Then we'll all be qualified followers of Master. The Master will therefore feel at ease. like Master, be relieved. Master, be relieved. I am your ideal disciple. Yeah, let's follow the example of Master. Let's lift up our thumbs. Thumbs up. Yeah. Well, we say you are great. You are great because you have been the good disciple of Master. Yes, you are all great. Thumbs up.
所以我们上人做一天，我们老实攻读一天这样的一个进度，然后往这个方向去努力。所以我们一起来相互激励，说慈济，相约文法经笃定。
Well, we already entering into the next stage in our journey in Tzu Chi, and we'd like to encourage everyone to be able to join in our efforts. And we'd like to know that everyone will be able to create blessings.
多国多语言哈，那大家有没有看到这个就觉得满满的欢喜哈？这是我们的口译团队跟笔译团队这一些。
Well, the Master mercifully shared that our online study club can be connected globally with continuous lines and all lines linked together. And this Kaohsiung online study club will not only pave roads but also be building bridges in the air. All the various languages and various texts can be posted online in order that the Dharma can pervade the entire Dharma realm, spreading far and wide. We're certainly very touched by all the people who have given. And can you imagine we are going to be translating into 12 different languages. We are not familiar with all the different parts of the world, but our love has spread to that remote part of the world as well. Isn't that great? Well, all the feedback has been so positive. And when people see that their remarks are being aired globally, they realize what an impact for the world is going to be, because the individual remarks are being shared across the world. And can you imagine, and this remark is translated into all the different languages, what greater impact will that going to be? Everything is magnified so many times. Oh, we thought that this person was born here and bred here, but I realized actually came from Indonesia. Well, we're really grateful for Master's revelation to us that although everyone speaks different language, but because of the affinity and through training, we are able to use our very fluent language and seize the affinity and to be able to share the Dharma. We're really grateful that he's able to become our French translator. Well, today we have got English translation group. Well, they are not only doing the simultaneous translation, they are also doing the transcript translation as well. Well, we're grateful for all the 7 brothers and sisters from Singapore, Malaysia, and Sydney.
来参加我们的口译吗？就这样串联起来。他在加拿大，这些人在新马，但是科技接口力量加成。
Sister Xiuling was recruited by the Malaysia team and is related to one of the sisters. And we are so grateful that no matter where we are all connected. Oh, we are also very grateful for the Cantonese translation team, who are mostly from Malaysia, and they're also from USA, from Hong Kong. Well, one of them actually said wanted to join in the Cantonese translation. Oh, so you see, despite the number, they will still welcome new members into the group. Well, not only do they have to translate in Cantonese, but they also can do it in the Malay Bahasa Malaysia. We're really very, very grateful. And not forgetting the team from Cambodia. These are able to very, very professionally do the translation because their translation is so good. I tell you, the Brother Min Xun really encouraged me a lot. Then we at first thought we were not going to be able to do this group linkage until 2022, but brothers here say, why not now? Why wait until 2022? And that's really a very strong encouragement to me. Really very grateful. Great applause to Zeng Xiuling.
你看他下的主标写的，他基本上是一个作家。我去马来西亚的时候，他就给我一本好厚他的著作，我就说哇。
Well, I won't say that. Well, we are really very grateful for the affinity, and it's as if our past life, our current life, our future life is all linked together, and we are really grateful for the opportunity. And although it's here the distance sharing, but he feels that it's as if we are so close together. Well, we do not know what lies for us in the future, but we certainly look forward to the current time, and we must seize every opportunity. We heard the sharing online, and is really grateful for the opportunity to do so. He really feels that this current life is so much affinity to be associated with the Kaohsiung Study Group. Oh, always remember the time when Zeng Xiuling were coming online to share, and they say that, oh, at first when we were sharing, it was so scanty in our manpower, and now we are able to increase our strength. And when they were sharing this, both husband and wife were actually hearing. We're very grateful for the great affinity we have created. Here you can see all the sharing from the Malaysia brothers and sisters. There's such good feedback from each and every one of them. Each of them have shared about their different feelings and how Kaohsiung Online Study Group has really empowered each one of them in different ways. And they say that although despite all the challenges they face, they're able to overcome the challenges. Of course, there are still challenges ahead, but still they're very grateful that they are able to overcome difficulties and even last-minute changes. They're able to overcome it, and they're very grateful for the learning opportunity. Well, at first there was a time when suddenly there was a lost connection, and very quickly Sister Mei-Ling was able to connect and link up and be able to finish the translation smoothly. And very grateful for the parent, the mother, and also the helper at the home to be able to help take care of things while they're doing the translation work. We would like to give applause to Yanyun. We are able to share the affinity to join us. Irene, we thank you for your positive feedback all the time in English. Yeah, although a lot of the Malaysian group may not be able to read Mandarin, but they're able to understand the Mandarin when it's spoken. Well, we're very positive within the group because they're able to harmoniously share duties and responsibilities. Oh, they say that, well, as long as we concentrate our mind, we bring our mouth near to the mic, and then we can have fun. So all this positive energy is really permeated throughout. We'd like to remind everybody that we can do united work together, then we definitely will be able to have great continuity. Wow, this is the new group. These are all from Thailand who are able to do the Thailand transcript. Chui, Zhao Guang, Chen Guang. We'd like to welcome all three of them. They're going to be doing the linkage with the Thailand community through their written transcript. Oh, the youngest among them is only 31 years old. Online readers. We actually have formed the group to be able to share scripts more smoothly. And we would like to welcome the Japanese transcript group. Well, there are five of them doing the Japanese translation group. Well, they are able among the different group to give us our photographs to enable us to showcase them. We would like to welcome every one of them.
北的直音，台中的小平，新北的黑川专职，台中的吴仁金，台中的赖美瑜，跟台北的江爱宝。我们这边看到黑川张子老师哈，他其实是要帮我们写润稿，哇，直音他们都是翻译日文非常非常优秀的哦。那我们看到泰语的比喻团队，有没有看到？
Well, they may not all come from Japan itself. In fact, a lot of them are from Taiwan itself.
朱玉师姐、郑彩欣师姐以及怡红、小倩、佩香，接下来就是我考自己了。大家会念泰语吗？我不会。
Well, 5 of them they're doing the Thailand transcript. Oh no, there are some more to come. There are actually a total of 9 of them. I can't read Thai, so I may not have, or I may not be able to pronounce her name properly. This is the Varorat Bunsen. Yeah, but it's okay. I'll apologize if I cannot pronounce it properly.
在这边，我们上个星期有172则的留言，84次的分享，掌声感恩。同时间，拜托大家，您在哪里？即便在主场，手机拿起来。
Would like to share with those who have given us feedback. We have got 172 feedback in the last session. Wow. Hey, if you are wherever you are, if you have watched the last session, to give us your feedback. You can still go online to look at the past, the one that has passed through recording. A lot of feedback on Tsai Ching-sen's brother Tsai Ching-sen. And when Brother Chen Ming-tze came online to share, there are many feedback. Well, one of the remarks said that our appearance may change over time, but our linkage with Master will not change at all. One of them also shared that we're able to follow Master's path, and one of them shared that your professionalism is enabled all those affected by the disaster to be able to experience some peace in their life. I want to share that no matter where we are certainly linked by the great love of Tzu Chi. And Wu Jingxiang shared about Superintendent Zhao, and we're able to spread this love to so many people, and she's very grateful. And some have shared that Superintendent Zhao is truly a good disciple of Master. And this is indeed, love is the best medicine in life for the world. And Shi Jing Wen Jing's sharing also have attracted many positive feedback. We're very grateful for Shi Jing Wen Jing, who were able to share the love story of Thai to the world. And we also very grateful from around the world, from USA, from Canada, from China, And we see so much of positive feedback. So although we are really from far away, we are able to link together. And these are the positive feedback from Malaysia.
泰国的家人哈，那台湾的也不遑多让，所以大家很重要。所以会庙马上就于志成师兄八脚印，土耳其足迹真善美。
So we also have feedback from Japan as well, and one of the biggest group is feedback from Taiwan.
他说 very touching and inspiring. Listen to the sharing from the 赵院长
In English portion.
Hospital under the leadership of the 赵院长 has come.
As usual, Sister Effie is always grateful to listen and understand better all the different aspects of Tzu Chi, how it functions. And very grateful for the deep affinity that's planted in Suzhou.
那同时间呢，这边他讲到说
our Tzu Chi Hospital in Taipei, under the leadership of Superintendent Zhao, has really brought warmth to a lot of people in Taiwan.
Enjoying Tzu Chi was indeed very inspiring. 他讲到就说，明哲师兄他记起来了，那就拥有7部车的这一个人哈，那他的一个分享其实是非常非常让我们非常感动的。所以在这个当下里面呢，我们觉得非常的感恩这样的一个回馈，虽然是短短，但是对我们其实是非常非常的一个重要。
Sister Effie is certainly very touched by Superintendent Zhao in his sharing.
上线帮我们画出这么美的，并且他呢要求加入我们的美编团队，要学习我们更多的文学。
Sister Elizabeth has so very kindly drawn out the nice caricatures of the different sharers. And this has attracted positive feedback, who says that Sister Elizabeth's sharing is so, her pictures are so real.
好，现在画面上看到有没有发现是法国联络处哈？那些欧洲第一个加盟同学看到他们的负责人，也就是黄行德曾经来过。那也看到我们的绿荣师姐，刚才有没有大家瞥见的是谁？陈明哲师兄哈。所以其实他们在这个地方呢，其实集合的是7国的家人，然后来到这边共修哦，所以我们觉得人在哪里，爱在哪里哈。那绿荣师姐也是非常有能量，希望我们有改天能够再次见到她哈。所以在这边我们可以看到的就是我们陈明哲师兄，还有我们的负责人黄行德师兄哈。那同时间你看看在那个地方的时间点上，我们也办这样的一个浴佛哦。所以你看看，当我们呢的确是小小的一个处所办的浴佛，其实也不是大大的场面，但是那个庄严可以让很多人心是亲近哈。那在这里我们也可以来听听这样的一个简单的一个见证，让我们感受到说人在哪里爱在哪里，就是要把它呢爱带过去。所以你有没有看到这一些呢，在当地的一个主管也好，公司一个代表也好，他们就是可以感受这样的美好的氛围，即便他们听不懂中文，但是可以感到那种心的一个临近哈。所以我们真的非常感恩法国的家人、英国、欧美的家人一起用他们的方式来接引更多人，而我们的即将有法文的一个笔译哈，让大家。那至于法文的口译团队，那就看因缘了哈。那现在呢，我们再看另外一则的一个报道哈。那这个是一个祈福会哈，所以举凡我们台湾在做什么，其实欧美国家都有很希望。那大家看到画面上，又是看到的是我们这一次在 COP26 里面呢，我们看到的慈惠师姐，以及呢我们刚才看到的林明南副院长哈。所以您看看这样的一个手语，其实也在这里做一个展现，然后让更多人的心呢是凝聚的哈。所以 我们非常感恩所有海外的弟子，即便在远远的一个国度里面，但是依然要传法脉、弘中门这样的一个信念里哈，所以真的是非常。我们来看看
活动，那么伤亡非常惨重，心情比较悲伤与哀痛。那另外呢，也是极度的不安。我们想要透过这个实际的人文，希望能够透过众人大家一起来祭善念。
出席祈福茶会的除了民众，台湾驻法国侨务组组长林宏颖也代表出席活动。
那今天是我们慈济基金会法国联络处举办为巴黎祈福的这样一个活动啊，非常的有意义。那也刚好印证了我们所谓法入心、法入行的一个精神。
人心是不变的，人只要一份善心善念，就像上人随时的在提醒我们，保持我们当初的一念出发心，这份善的能量，我们就可以去感化。
应该是志伟师兄啊。
他跑着刚才真慈慧师姐呢，即将也会在12月份来做上线。那这一次 COP26 时候呢，我们真的非常感恩。其实包括我们英国的团队，以及呢就是我们的口译团队。其实有好几位都在英国来参与那 COP26， 所以当我看到他们的画面的时候，好多高雄线上读书会的团队，我都非常非常的感恩跟喜悦。那现在呢，即将让你看到是我们即将要上线的，也就是我们法国的秀玲师姐。可是哦，今天上线不是只有她一个，她在法国上线，但是英国墨文的
志伟，你听不到吗？
然后两地一起，然后有好消息即将会出现。好，所以我们现在透过我们的默契一起来说，我喜欢和你在一起，因为你有正能量。好的，来，我们到法国去，也到英国去了呀。
暂时顶上一下。
就是在左边的是我们的法国的秀玲，法国秀玲，请挥挥手。好，在这边英国的墨尔文的素贞师姐，我们这一次。
Well, we're going to hear the good news very soon. We'd like to be with you because you have positive energy. We really like you to join us all together. Now we go to England.
她叫 Juliet， 我有没有念对？你等一下自己念。就是
this is from
法语的比喻志工，非常
法国的秀玲。
邀约我们2位团队，远在法国跟英国的团队上线分享。
秀师姐 really managed to do a lot of translation for us.
是，大家早上好。
Sister Anne Ching.
很感恩有机会和大家分享，我是
Well, this become our French translation. We're really grateful.
上人开示说，这样的一期没有其他妙药，他呼吁大家要持斋戒行善念。
Yes, Sister Anne, welcome you.
非说不可，非推不可。
Good morning to you.
害怕死，其实动物也是一样的，因为众生有情平等观，同源。
I'd like to share on how I'll be able to assist on the opportunity and share on this special meal. Well, there's really no special medicine that we can talk about. What we really must do our part and promote vegetarianism. Well, we must understand that even animals have life, and we have to bring our compassion to envelope and include them. We certainly would like to be grateful to everybody, and in Europe, we have formed this Facebook group. And this Facebook group is to share on how we can promote vegetarianism. And there are different.
请问有听到我的声音吗？
现在听到了。
OK， 好，那 I take over。感恩哦。
感恩。
Okay, so we can use our fingers, to do magic, and we can through the mobile phones, we can share so many vegetarian recipes. Not only dishes, we also have recipes for rice, pasta, sauces, soup. We even introduce traditional dishes. And I start to share vegetarianism to my families and friends. And from gaining the acceptance and also joining me in this journey to vegetarianism. And I have shared with my husband, Julian, that we should take vegetarian together. And I show him this poster with all these numbers. So one time we went to a farm, and when he came to know that some of these calves are meant to be slaughtered the next day, he was very sad, and he decided that he wants to be a vegetarian. And this is my baby. She's my vegetarian baby since born, since in the womb. And we persisted that for her to be a vegetarian since young. We teach her that to be friends to animals, and animals are really our friends. And when our parents see that our children are growing up healthily, they begin to accept us as a vegetarian diet. And during Christmas, in our first Christmas dinner, we had a full meat dishes. But on the second year, half of the food are non-meat. And finally, in the recent years, it's all full vegetarian. And they didn't expect that the vegetarian could be so delicious. And we have friends from the Chinese restaurant. They will add more vegetarian dishes during our gatherings. My neighbor, is a European, but she loves to eat Asian food. So I seized the opportunity to talk to her about vegetarian. And this is my neighbor, Beatrice. She is now working hard to change her diet from meat to plant-based. And since my husband's family had accepted vegetarianism, I start to share with them more about Tzu Chi and our Master Cheng Yen, and learning about the bamboo bank. And just a few months later, my mother-in-law had completed a full bamboo bank. And yes, and when my husband heard that we need to post the vegetarian recipes on our online magazine, so he decided to help out, to translate into French. Now, when our mental and spiritual environment has changed, our external environmental protection will be easy to practice. And when we go for a walk, we can bend over to pick up litter and keep the environment clean, showing a good example to our children. And this is my good friend, Eugenie. In 2019, she participated in the distribution of winter clothing in Serbia and became vegetarian when she returned. During her holidays in England, she seized the opportunity to go to the central region that was disaster-stricken to help to clean the homes of the flood-stricken area. During the pandemic, she assisted UK volunteers distributing masks to students from overseas. And pandemic has given us more opportunities to reflect. Julian started with not knowing about Tzu Chi to observing, recognizing, responding, getting involved, hands-on till now he's able to share Tzu Chi with family and friends. And Eugenia, she had learned a lot through doing, awakened through learning. She had attended 2 times training classes and is already a uniform trainee volunteer. She wants to start doing Tzu Chi in her locality and invite more to participate with her, recruiting more bodhisattvas. Wow. Do you all feel so encouraged? Our family from France, it's also doing Tzu Chi and so diligently in doing Tzu Chi. And can you tell us your husband's name again?
Okay, good.
Julian. His name is Julian. And her best friend's name is a French. Her name is Eugenie. And now you can see on the left is our sister Xiuling, okay, Sister Anne, and on the right it's our UK volunteer, Sister. Okay, and because of her vow, she's able to influence her family members to adopt vegetarian and to know more about Tzu Chi. And we are grateful to Sister Xiuling and for her share. Time difference, please. Yes, it's early in the morning, 3 a.m. And okay, comment to Sister Yirong. And for leaving your comments, can you let us know which country are you from? And comments, these are the positive comments from Thailand. And Brother Victor. And yes, so now you can see that Teacher Mei Yun doesn't need to wear a mask today. She could show us her face. So she joked that wearing a mask, just displaying your eyes, could actually make you look more beautiful. And grateful to our sisters from and感恩 to our volunteers from mainland China. And these are all from mainland China. And we are all masters, talented disciples. Sister Yirong is praising the team in Kaohsiung Online Study. And these are comments from Yunnan, from China. And they are all in the attendance. And let's all come together and to attend our weekly Dharma study. And Sister Su from Thailand, and Brother Mingxun from Cambodia, and Sister Guo Xuemei from Fongyuan, And now let's come back to our PPT. This is our fundraising. And let us continue to raise more funds. And every little drops of love gathered together, accumulate together, we can do wonders. And you can see after 36 weeks, we have achieved 36,214 lotus flowers, which means we have raised a significant amount of funds. And every good things all start from a grateful heart. So grateful to everyone for responding to our fundraising campaign. Okay, so we might not have the rights, but we have the power to influence others. And these are the articles contributed by our sharers and translators. And this is our host from the Sound of Daai. And he has learned a lot of experience through sharing and broadcasting this Daai, the Sound of Daai. And he's very grateful to be able to string together many love stories of kindness and love together and share it with all the listeners. And Brother Jiang says that when he comes back, it's like a recharging his energy. And during the pandemic, all the team members, they are still working diligently, working very hard to fulfill all the events that has been carried out. And we should continue to train ourselves, to train our mind. And despite the challenges, we should train our mind to be still and to overcome all these challenges diligently. And during the dialogue with Master mentioned that in the past, you might have your karmic retributions. So in the present, we have to accept it willingly and gladly. And he's very grateful to have Dharma within his heart so that he could then give himself more. And our brothers, volunteers, they even went to visit the prison to provide guidance to the prison inmates. And our brother Jie is one of our technical team members, a very key person. And he believes that in a cooperation of the whole teamwork, with more than 250 volunteers all working together in unison and in harmony across countries, and everyone helping one another. And from this series of weekly Kaohsiung online study, we could develop new talents and we could see more young talents, young volunteers coming on board. And Brother Jie says that he is grateful that he's in this team, even though everyone are ordinary, but yet we could achieve collectively, we could achieve an extraordinary feats together. And there are many very good translators among the team members. And even we have managed to attract non-Tzu Chi members, volunteers to come and join us. And now let us come to the reading of Master's Journal. And let's see who is our sharer for today. Sister Yiru.
今天我要导读的范围是2021纳履足迹春之卷2月9号到2月15号的范围。那主题是感恩。
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am. My topic today is on master journey. From 2nd September, from February 2nd, 9 to 15. This in the New Year time. The tea ceremony team went back to the Jingsi Hall to pay respect to Master. So we explained to Master over the ceremony, the tea ceremony in university, which has successfully been conducted, and the spirit of the students are very encouraging. Master say that the tea ceremony really talk about various steps and everything looks so elegant. For Master herself, she's hardly had time to actually taste the tea, and whenever there's a tea, she just drank it, and she said that before she could finish the tea, someone would ask, "What is the next program?" So Master reminded all the volunteers that must be very treasure the water and drink what you have because very difficult to get water. Let us watch this video.
一趟路120公里，他们一天挑一趟，这一趟2桶水，一家人呐。要喝，也看到了他们呐，洗手莲的水都是呢用过的水来。
Okay, yeah, these they have to in Gansu, they have to fetch water. They even have to use the water. They use the water that have been used to wash their hands. Oh, this is in Gansu. The village in Tzu Chi village has been completed. Are they happy? There's a grandmother very grateful that they have no chance to see his son and daughter-in-law. Son and daughter to come back. Have to wait for a few years to wait for them to come back. But now, every day is like a springtime. In the morning, they have breakfast together. At night, they can have a dinner together. You can see that there's water right at the house. Oh, they have never used this before. The water can come out from the faucet. Tzu Chi seed has already sprouted. in this area. Everybody can relax and everybody treasure the water that come from the well. The people in Gansu is so fortunate to meet up with Tzu Chi. This place is Zimbabwe. This lady called Taipola, every day he had to walk 1.5 hours, about 10 km, in order to find the water well. Why he had to walk 2 times? Why 2 times? You can see that each of them can only carry a pail of water. But aside from used by family members, they also have to contribute to the community. So really, it's not easy to get water. So we think about, look at us. It's so easily for us to get water. We just have to on the water faucet, and we can get water. But this year, we know, early part of the year, we realized that there's drought in Taiwan because there's no rain. So you can see some of the dam actually dries up. So when you on your water faucet, you can hardly see any water coming out from the faucet. Water has to count on the weather and also the weather, whether it's the right that. How can we so the best way to keep water and to ensure water consistently on Earth is that the best way is still being a vegetarian. So you know that a kilogram of beef requires 15,000 liters of water, while producing 1 kilogram of rice requires 3,500 liters of water. Human beings cut down forests and develop land for animal husbandry. 30% of the land area of the earth is used by animal husbandry. There are also 33% of arable land used to grow feed crops. The forest areas that help to regulate the climate has been reduced, but the matter used by livestock for drinking water and feed cultivation has increased. This phenomenon makes global water resources more tense. The lack of water resources not only affects drought and water shortage, but also form an extreme climate. So you can eat the hamburger in your hand, put down your hamburger in your hand, eat more food, vegetable, fruits of the season. Save the earth. You will definitely can do it. Research, the amount of water used in the husbandry far exceeds the daily use in use. From the video, the deforestation also deprives the earth of its water retention function. If you want to retain water resources, imperative for us to reduce animal husbandry and go vegetarian. Let us read a piece of Sangren tourism. Let's work together to eliminate this, stabilize today and think about the crisis in the future. The water is unrestrained and the hidden worry of drying up water. Let us go vegetarian together and treasure water. Thank you so much, everyone. We need to have a distance. Maintain a distance because of the adherence to SOP. Iru is very helpful. Iru is very helpful. She always there to help me. Very grateful to her. What you see? Do you see the improvement in her? Give her a gift clap, then you see the improvement. I tell you a story. So the first report when she gave to me, I was not satisfied. And I corrected half of it. This is your second reading of Nani Chuchi. So you must always remember. So you can see. So I use your method to make the changes necessary. You can see that she can actually correct everything to make it perfect. So very grateful for her acceptance of positive comments, and make the necessary changes. She can use the fastest way to make the necessary changes. Because of the pandemic, most of them speaker will no longer come to the studio to for this Kaohsiung to study group. So the actor, the performers, she's the one who handled the performance and how to ensure that the performer perform as smoothly as possible. I also let Wen Xin see that the changes that can be improved further. Then she also saw what the changes made by teacher. So we must always reflect and look at the changes required. She never worries about the changes made on her script, and she take all constructive comment. I'll take all the comment constructively. But you can she no longer memorizing the script. She already can share it naturally. So this is how we learn. Taking the positive comment, take on and make the necessary changes. Thank you for her positive attitude. We can see that from comment feedback from Malacca. We also have feedback from Jiangsu. Very grateful to everyone.
活泼动感的读书会，感恩你活泼动感的读书会给我们这样的一个祝福，我们再次感恩，也感恩我们的年轻人哈。好，春枝，谢谢你用顺口溜的一个方式，同时呢，我们
okay, sorry, I got back. So we really like the great energy of this study group. Very grateful to our young volunteer. Thank you.
我觉得很好听，他们那个很好听，但是我念不来哈。
Thank you, Ray, for Ray.
里面呢，我们的
also feedback from Thailand.
他说 Yes, have a faith and put in more effort. We will be able to learn so much.
Very nice Thai language, but I don't know how to talk it out. Also feedback from from KL Selangor.
就是他觉得我们要非常的有信心，并且努力，因为我们相信每一周任何一个人的分享，对我们来讲都是经验的一个来源。包括当我们不知道面对状况，不晓得去做一些什么事的时候，它这些都是会给我们很多很多的一个信心哈。所以非常的感恩，包括 Irene， 等一下我再念你的哈，感恩。所以请继续留言，让我们更多的能量展现在一起，好不好？那现在呢，我们真的你不需要很厉害才能开始，但你需要开始才会很厉害。你准备开始了没有？赶快第一件事带给人家有爱，按赞、分享、订阅频道，并且留言，让我们知道你在哪里。直接给我们的导读人、讲师。
You no need to be great in order to start. Once you have started, you will be very great. So keep sharing, yeah, with to the friends. But you must have faith in yourself. Only then you can get this positive energy. Everything can be overcome. Now on the this is Sun Khou Liu's team.
所以他更仔细的去听。他说第一次跟陈明哲师兄，其实在2014年听到他的分享，其实 听到的就是如数蛮鱼那个故事，还有包括就是什么？
Yeah,
就是
from
七
the
步
from
他其实觉得哇，
to write this Sun Ko Liao, you need to put in a lot of focus and attention. Very, very, very grateful to listen to her.
真的是很好的一个学习的一个典范哈，所以他在这边也让我学到一个知识。
Yeah.
他说这里有一个在非洲的那一块那个布黑板，也是陈明哲师兄做的。好，
She actually changed when she listened to one of the speakers and she reflects on herself and all the knowledge that she acquired. And also she also very very grateful to the sharing by the African volunteers. And also from sharing from Dr. Chow. And she can see that Dr. Chow never stops. And especially during the pandemic, our Dr. Chow is continuously lead the team to overcome the COVID cases. Really, this sharing have given her a lot of positive energy. Then more so that, so this is a Sun Ko Liao for last month.
在加拿大，好，重庆的陈冠廷师兄，他几乎呢其实是整个读书会结束就已经做好了，因为他上线同时就写了。现在是12种笔译了哈，10种笔译传法随多国语言口译传，感恩殷勤善效应，文编团队来合作，疫情爱善于至诚，募款点滴功德海，苏醒及时抗疫情，以善回报捐疫苗，岁末祝福绕全台，随师自宫带亲生，福慧红包版税来，要做师傅要做事。借3蛮鱼陈明哲7部豪车捐6部，造福人间利人群，医护数十来承担。台北池院赵院长爱是人间最好药，抗疫站上第一线，守护病患守护爱，棒棒接力说慈济，坚持就会见希望，走在最前做最后，人人都是未来佛。时间文青大爱音1116电台庆，轻轻一点全球见，传递美善爱故事，好棒！接下来打个节奏吧，提醒精神，一起来！空奥土耳其于至诚，记录人间真善美，疫情难民汇聚爱，感恩幸福再付出，导读菩萨带亲生，福慧红包版税来，岁末。
Very great summary given by the volunteers from US.
专业环保相结合，量身特制暖斋恩民，寒冬送爱大陆行。台北慈院赵有成，全院核心起抗疫，慈悲智慧救生命，用爱守护住社区。树珍贵枝说慈济，结好人缘很重要，把握因缘入人群，希望就在坚持中。时经文青大爱之音，手指一点全球听，承担学习样样通，妙音传上善与爱呀，善与爱也是爱的鼓励，给我们顺口溜团队在跨国跨区的团爱的鼓励，拜拜，来。顺口溜团队，你们好，赞，非常的感恩哈。好，那接下来呢，我们即将呢讲师出击，精彩。
So give them thank you to the give them a big clap.
就是我们的罗副院长。那如果你常常呢，就是有连接到我们的志工早会，就知道罗副院长常常给我们很多吃素健康吗？缺什么吗？
Next speaker is Luo Qinghui, physicians from Hualien City Hospital. If you always join Daai 7 o'clock morning volunteer session, you would have often heard his sharing. And this very nice poster is done by Zeng Xiuling's sister and creative side by Yanyun sister. Let us look at this image. Do you feel it's so loving, so warm? Dr. Luo said, the mother said, when encountered this grandpa and said, this is my dad. How old is his dad? Get 96 years old. Yet, he still look young, right? When Dr. Luo is with him, look at them. The son still lying on the dad's leg. Don't you feel it's so warm and so close? Actually, yesterday he shared another very adorable with me. I asked whether he can share, but of course I was thinking of the consequence. Maybe for precaution, safety-wise, maybe just post this picture so you could imagine all of them staying together. Their rooms, their house is not the biggest, yet it's very warm, the warmest and very close. He's very good in sharing story. Has he been here? Yes, he has. That's why there are these stories. 2020, he said could not. It's very difficult to use words to describe this online book study. He was thinking, how could so many people get it together, and every Wednesday there are so many aspects that the team could really look into. Every time he heard about sharing, and there was once he heard about this teacher Su. He's already one of the voiceover translator, teacher Su from Myanmar, and Chen Zi'an talking about Jianzu. Let us reflect the past when he was here. 2019 when he was here sharing. That is the past when he was here sharing. So each time when all these are sharings, each segment is truly memorable. And this is for us to really, this one is to like walking down the memory lane for our Dr. Lo. Okay, let's try to find this segment. What was he sharing? We are so spiritually rich. Look at all this. Back then, they have all these. There was this session with the elderly, the Agoma. Okay, that point of time he was sharing was on this taking care of the elderly, what we should learn. Dr. Lo said, not sure why everyone didn't really share on this elderly caring. Okay, it was then, it was very nice, very wonderful sharing. He was talking about the sleeping disorder back then. I actually guided on how to sleep properly. We have to have a 3 days ritual, but teacher Mei, that one, she couldn't really observe the ritual. Now looking back at doctor, she remembered of the past. Another, we also have this, okay, there's this award ceremony. Dr. Lo also managed to receive this award. During the pandemic, they did this testing on the 800 over patients at Hualien. There was no aircon. It was at Hualien Hospital testing for this COVID patient. And together, and this Dr. Lo. Now back to this, he's back to Hualien Hospital. Very grateful to him. Why is he back? Because he's a family doctor, practicing family medicine, geriatrics, gastrointestinal. Very grateful to him. And we are grateful to his other half. So we are very grateful to Dr. Lo and his wife for encouraging him to come back, to come to Hualien. Back then, before that, he was holding quite high positions, and he also helped a lot of people at that point of time with sleeping disorder, a lot insomnia issues. So he could help to alleviate this patient's issue, because sleeping is quite common. A lot of people have this disorder. Okay, when we sleep, some patients rely on the pill. And actually, in fact, we could get this from the natural product. These 4 main category, we should take it to address the sleeping disorder issue. It was the topic he shared last time. Okay, come, we are, Dr. Lo is coming on board. He's going to share something, another very interesting topic. Let's encourage more to join this. And ask someone, people often ask how to be more healthy. You will know. Come and join this talk. There are two types group of people who sleep. One group who slept 7.5 hours and above, another group with 5 hours. After we discovered, do a research, those who sleep have enough sleep, 7.5 hours and above, they could really, after taking the jab, the COVID vaccinations, they could, there was less complication compared to those with lack of sleep. Okay, let's see if you all can see if Dr. Low is coming alone with the homester. You can come. You can, those who can switch on your video. You can look at Dr. Low. But if you can't, it's okay. You can still listen in to this recording. So during this time, what do you choose? Do you choose to listen to the recording or come here live? But it's okay both way. You can listen to recording. Encouraging everyone to hear. Oh, he's recording. Okay, doing recording from Hualien side. We're very grateful to Doctor. Doctor, have you, is this like walking down the memory lane? So it's time for Dr. Luo Qinghui to start sharing. Dear Master, about Masters and Teacher Mei, as well as global Tzu Chi volunteers, families, as a doctor, today very humble and grateful to have the chance to share. And the topic that I'm sharing is about these 6 paramitas to inspire the vegetarian mindset. And the content is roughly around this topic. First, about the introduction. Next, to share about vitamin B12 and D, because that is what most lacking among the vegetarian and vegan. And lastly, brother will make a summary for us to take home. And today, in this summary, brother feels that we should have a balance, maintain balance, and take high quality food. We have all plant-based, and don't take the mock meat. And why are vegans lack of this? Because we tend to take those highly processed food. And what do vegans lack? Okay, today, Doctor would like to share with us. First, look at Taiwan research. They have done this research. They make it look like a plate. First, look at it. Veggie have to be more than the fruits. 5 types. Thai people, they are very intelligent. Because it's eating vegetable fruits so convenient. They prefer to eat vegetables compared to veggie. But actually, if you look at this picture, veggie has to be more than the fruits. And each time, and how much is the fruits? It's like your fist. 1/3 is a vegetable. Have to drink. So early in the morning, 240 cc warm drink. And rice and veggie must be of equal. Actually, in fact, dishes have to be more than the rice, more dishes than the rice. In the past, during agricultural time, people tend to eat more rice. But as we get advancing, as we progress, we can afford to eat more dishes. It's to get today is different. Instead of in the past, we tend to eat a lot of rice and a little bit of dish. Now it's different. Now it's more vegetables and a little bit of rice. Rice is like a companion to the veggie. And the nuts. Of course, by international standard, we have to take the nuts, fish, meat. But for us, we can replace that. There are a good replacement. There is a change already. In fact, even in international scenes, they are promoting grains.
那坚果种子呢，大概这样一小汤匙，一小汤匙，不要吃一大把哦，不要吃一大把。那这样
even the grains don't have to eat a lot. You just eat this small plate.
才有意义。那我们看看美国的素食者他们是怎么吃的。
Let's look at US.
它也是一个餐盘的概念。
Look at this vegan plate by the US research site. Look at it. Actually, more than half it's from vegetables and fruits. And they also emphasize a lot on the legumes, nuts, and seeds. So the calcium have to take the the foods with high content of calcium. They have to take a lot of seeds and nuts. Legumes. It has to be balanced. That's why it's truly lots of varieties. It focus asks us to take soy milk, vitamin B2, 12, and D. The site you could look at the pictures. That's a reminder. As mentioned, you have to take a lot of wide variety, lots of legumes, at least half with vegetables and fruits, moderate intakes of fats, oil, sodium, sugars, moderate. Have to remember fruits also contain sugar.
Uh, 罗富，你有听到我的声音吗？你那边是不是网络出状况卡住了？
Okay. Have to take a physical activity every day and drink enough water. Next, to share about this calcium. In Taiwan, it is recommended to take daily 1,200 milligram. Some people will ask, what about if I drink milk? How much? Like cows, maybe the cheese, 6 slices. Milk, 6 glasses. It's quite difficult to consume up to 6. If it's soya milk, 24 glasses. We think it's difficult to reach 24. What about the vegan? You can take, okay, for those cheese, taking cheese 2 pieces for vegetarian. You can take the black sesame, mix it with the soy milk. And the deep color leaf vegetables, a lot of people say, okay, when you talk about calcium, people will think of milk, but they can't, for the vegan, they can't take milk. So how to replace it? Actually, there are a lot of types. The kelps from the sea, you can take it, good replacement. And the middle, the kelp. I don't think that you have to drink milk for calcium intake. Okay, but doctor would like to check in Finland. In 1945, during the war, Denmark war, and took away the cows. So Finland, something happened in Finland. People with lesser heart attack. So you imagine that lesser cows, but they have lesser heart attack. But once the cows come back, the increase in the heart issue, so we see lacking of cows. In fact, it reduced the heart attack. That's a funny story doctor shared. Okay, about this B12 deficiency. There are people who came to doctors and jokingly share with doctor. Some people, if they are not liking in this, if they're vegetarian, then people, jokingly because it's quite normal for vegetarians to be lacking in these vitamins. So before now that we are aware of it, so before it happens, let us see the way to solve this. B12, it has an important component. There's this, have you? Okay, those ancient people, certain countries, they take organ meat as replacement. But maybe today, nowadays, you still can take, I think at the roadside, there are people selling this organ meat. The liver of the pig. Can you remember when you were young? When I was sick, when I was young, my mom will buy this liver of pig because this is to replenish B12. Actually, they didn't really study how they know. Actually, doctor said he also wouldn't know. It shows that our ancestors, they are not silly, they're not stupid, so they have the intelligence. So we have to have faith in our ancestors. So. Okay, let our doctor to shift on everyone on this B12 dietary. From the salivary gland coming in, the acids with this food, you break it into component. The bowel excretion, they go into 12 these 12
的第一段，那后来跑到小肠，那些小肠的快要吸收之前呢，它会跟一个内在因子，那是未分泌的、刚分泌的
parts of the after the
那我们花莲现在在地震，所以
okay, there is this, of course, internally is shaking lah. Okay, but this during the in Hualien, they also have this mild earthquake.
跟维他命 B12 就结合，那结合就会被肠子吸收在靠近大肠的地方就吸收进去。
Okay, it's the absorption will happens at the
年纪大的人
the body after the stomach.
胃酸分泌减少，他就会缺维他命 B12。或有些人呢，在这个地方开的
People when they take they are operate
或开过肠子，他也会缺 B12。
They have operations
吃素的人是为什么会缺呢？因为我们吃进来就少。
They will have these issues
这样的阶段以后，在肠子里头，它会排到粪便里头去，多余的。那其他吸收进来也会到血液里头，到血管里头以后
intestine
又会跑到肝
the intestine there are two, the big and the small intestines
这为什么大家都
So if after operations the intestine will grow smaller, so these absorptions that normally take place at the intestine, it will be affected as well
不要等到问题来了再解决。好，那我简单的讲一下，说有哪些因素会缺乏维他命 B12呢？首先就是
Okay, the deficiency in this B12, the dietary deficiency, the vegetarians, the seniors, they have these issues on this B12 deficiency, as well as alcoholics. Some people they have this malabsorption issue. They can't really absorb. It's because of long-term use of these specific drugs, the stomach medicine, like for that treat the stomach medicine and the specific diabetes, blood sugar medicine. So there's also some who lack the internal factors in the stomach, like they are lacking in the autoimmune and as well as the surgery because of those who have undergone surgery. Yeah, those people who really have these issues of absorptions of B12 in the intestine. Oh, there's another one, those with poor gastrointestinal absorption, genetic defect. You can see in the face, like pale. They look very pale. There's also this That's why it will cause these hundreds of related diseases. They will have these blood system issues, macroglobular anemia, nervous systems, the nerve disease. There was once a doctor has this patients has the issue. So once after the mother was away, doctor went to his bed and asked him to be frank. And then he asked the doctor, "What do you mean?" He said, "Maybe in front of your mom you dare not say the truth, but now you have to tell doctor the truth because then only I can help you." Then he looked at doctor and said, doctor asked him, did he join any entertainment or any gathering and use any drug? Then he admitted yes. And that point of time he can't really like no more joke already because it's quite serious. Acute spinal degeneration, nerve disease. Once another patient from Taitung to Hualien came to Hualien from Taitung at the train station. He has issued. Then they found out his lack of B12 because the wife that didn't cook meat for him. They didn't eat meat, but they're lacking in B12. And there's another elderly volunteer. Her B12 is very low. It's very low. It's not like it's zero. Why before B12 we have this issue, we have to solve it? It is important because if it's too late, it will affect our blood system and nervous system. So vegetarian, to eat it, we have to eat it wisely. And with this awareness that what we know, there's this deficiency, so we have to address this issue. It's an individual decision. It's not like we have to we can pretend that we didn't know. Now that we understand, realize this issue, so we have to eat with wisdom. Actually, it's very easy how to know the deficiency in this B12. Just take a blood test. You can have a test on this B12. Some of you may feel curious. Some of people, because they want to replenish B12, they will they have to think. Some people think that so difficult, and then they take vegetables and take a lot of supplements. Some also buy the powder. It's not really useful because the B12 in those components are lesser. This is recommended by US food body. It's mentioned about that all these items, they are not good supplements. Don't think that you eat a lot of seaweed, it could replenish. It's not real. Let's say it's spoken by Dr. Luo. It's by this American Society for Nutrition. They are the one who said this, all this spirulina, the one we are seeing, the seaweed. These are not exact replacement of B12 because they are not the live B12. It's like like a girl who after grown up they want to find a husband, they want to find a good one, the one who can help on the household things, but unfortunately they found one who can't even help. A useless husband, one who can't even help on the house. Also, this is what example for B12 replacement. It's not the good perfect replacement. Look at this premium nutritional yeast seasoning. It's only 2.5. It's very small amount. Sorry, it can not necessarily have to take this brand, but apparently this one is also B12. You have to look for this nutritional yeast seasoning. means you can get from this. Maybe you add this a bit into your as a seasoning to add your dishes. Also, you may take B12. You don't have to eat daily. 2 to 3 after you've eaten it. Of course, aside of that, you can take injection. Some people they take weekly or few weeks once. It's also possible. Okay, let's do a summary on B12. This is by US. Don't care if you are vegetarian, so long you're after 50, because the malabsorption issue, you still have to be aware of this lacking in B12. Because as we age, we have this deficiency in B12. Or after we are taking the diabetic medicine, so we may be short of B12. US focus that every 5 years we have to take, or maybe every year when you take your blood test, you can just go for this test, include B12 in the blood test. Doctor also would like to share. Okay, not the yeast for the making liquor, not that type of yeast. Okay, it's the one doctor shared earlier on. So there are different types of yeast. The one doctor shared is on nutritional yeast seasoning. So have to eat it in accord to the. So next, doctor would like to share on this vitamin D. Is it true that vegans people are short of vitamin D? This is ricket issues. Look at this chart. As one grows heavier, I mean more obese, so the leg will have issue. So where's the issue comes from? The joint, the legs. You can see like pinkish. 1650s, because of the Industrial Revolution. So everyone moved from the rural to the city area. The sun can no longer come down, because during agriculture, people will be under the sun most of the time, but during industrial, people will be indoor most of the time. So during that point, a Polish doctor observed and discovered this issue. Then they discover why those in the remote rural area where they are exposed to sun, they don't have this issue, but those in the city have this issue. In fact, even the northeastern US and northern Europe have more critical, 80% of them. This one is the one we said we have to look at the sun to get it. So this is the vitamin D. Have you thought of it? How about those people in Iceland? Then how do they get it? How get their vitamin D? They can get it from, you can see the walrus, or the oil from the salmon they catch to replenish their vitamin D. 1850, doctor invented from this salmon oil. So people will get it from there. If my mom passes it to me, the cooked fish liver oil, the one we used to eat when we were young, we will eat. Because back then, they would use that this is the best way. But of course, we know that it's from the sun. You can get it from the sun. After 1971, people started to explore further. Some people are places with enough sun. You don't have to depend on this supplement. You just go under the sun to get it. Another thing is that vitamin D. They think that it's more like hormone. There are still people who are debating on it non-stop until today. Okay, so once doctor, he went to, his research, there's this professor who shared. I think a lot of things that those who are a professor, they tend to sometimes look down on the other. So following 1970, there's still this research thinking that it's still better to get it from the food. So it's like for them, it's easier. You get it from the food. You can resolve the vitamin D. Some say vitamin D is lacking in the vegan group. But actually, it's not really. It's the global population. Also discovered that very cold area. Look at China. Very cold area. They're lacking in it. Quite a high number of population have this issue. Taiwan, how many people are lacking? 2 or 3. But how come there are many people in Taiwan suffering from this when Taiwan has sun? Because the sun. Taiwan 2/3 and major population in the world also like it has something to do with vegetarian. If you are lack of vitamin D, you have these few symptoms, easily sick, a bad mood, the joint pain, and easily fall, dry skin. You may be curious. There are two. It comes from the source. One is from the sun. Just go to the sun. So your skin, after absorbing this vitamin D, will send to this body part. Another one is through diet, medications or supplements, vitamin D. Or another way is vitamin D. Add with this from the food. Because with the synergy from another supplements, then you can another kind of OH, another items, then you can stabilize our calcium intake and build the immune system. And our heart issue a few heart issue can be resolved too. But what we are very sure is that can really help on the heart issue. When our liver has issue, normally vitamin D is lacking. If calcium is not it's of shortage, so we can also have to take note of that. Vitamin D, where to get? From the sun, 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight exposure when the sun is not too strong. Some are still debating which time is the best. But some part still debate whether it should avoid the too strong sun in the afternoon. They're still debating on that. There was a humorous saying like the mushroom that have to go under the sunlight. Look at the sun. It's also another study altogether. You must get this 11 to 11 o'clock sun. You can get this UVB 290 to 315 3 times a week. Sometimes I do not want sun. Some people, if they go out, they will cover all over with this umbrella. Okay, if you don't want the sun, you don't want to shine the sun, they have to eat the mushroom that is put under the sun, must be exposed to the sun, okay, this mushroom. So this formula for you to remember, they focus that this mushroom must be under the sun, because some people say they prefer to put the mushroom in the oven to be baked. Okay, if you want to go under the sun, then you push it to the mushroom. And the focus. Master asks us to remember this balanced diet. Have to eat natural plant-based, less processed food with no nutrients.
方叫做说，我们要把营养、把食物变成我们的药，像维他命 D，
We have to treat the food as our medicine, like vitamin D.
营养可以来的，所以
it also requires other vitamins
食物当成
to join hand
这样才会健康，才会长。
to make it into another better effective medicine vitamins to help us. Master always focus on inventory of life.
补了半天有2个问题，第一个我们不知道你有没有缺乏。
People they overtake a lot of supplement, but they don't even know what they are lacking on. It can be overdose. So that's why we have to be mindful. Or you can just go and do the blood testing to know which is lacking. That is taking inventory of life. Don't maybe you don't immediately make conclusion that you are lacking. So have to take stock of the life. B12, 2.4 mg daily. This vitamin D, 600 to 800. There are various ways you can go in the sun. Take the mushroom under the sun. Put the mushroom under the sun. Else, if you don't want both, then you have to take white supplement.
我可能因为你可能没有太专注，没有听到音乐的提醒声哦，你可能要在1分钟要做结束。
不用，我现在
Time is about there. Doctor has to wrap up in 1 minute. Doctor has finished, in fact.
谢谢各位，谢谢大家，感恩，祝大家身体健康。
Thank you everyone for the chance to share. Grateful. Let's give Doctor a hand of applause. And grateful. Hope Doctor can see us at the side. Doctor, you are so adorable. Actually, Teacher Min thought yes, Doctor has a lot of PowerPoint, but actually he has finished. But in fact, it's the last one already. Doctor has updated his PPT. We're very grateful to Doctor for sharing this. Actually, we need to listen to it again. Doctor teacher, she could see that many professionals here, including doctors, they're also listening to doctors sharing, very focused. So you can see that actually we will know that vegetarian what are we lacking, and at this point of time, Dr. Luo has given us very clear directions so that everyone they are aware that if they don't want to go under the sun, they have to put their mushroom under the sun. Oh, your mushroom, please put it under the sun because it's different. It's different. It will absorb the vitamin D. If you're always following the 7 o'clock morning volunteer, you will often notice Dr. Lo who will share very often what we need our body. Actually, we can get all the nutrients from the vegetables. Mian is very grateful. Let us understand the B12, the importance of B12. Sijin said daily that we are taking this nutritional yeast. She is already adding that. So yeah, doctor said asking us to put this seasoning to our food. B12. Canada Wang Yao means he's very grateful to Dr. Yao for explaining in detail and what vegans can teach you take on this deficiency of B12. And these are all my favorite food. Qing did that. And the home brother, actually what they are eating have been right. They follow what doctors have been advising. And I said that doctor putting this medicine to share us perspective from the medicine perspective is truly very, very good, very insightful, very helpful. Doctor, have you heard that from Heihe, Heilongjiang, China listeners, they are joining us also. So we are very Guanxi. She loved to join this because it gives her positive energy. And another person also reminded that eat more vegetables than fruits. and importance of plant-based diet, plant-based food, natural food. So let us give Dr. Luo another warm round of applause. Thank you. Doctor, if I have a little proposal, Dr. Luo can look at this recording. Doctor, I'm not sure whether you can see. Yeah, Doctor, you can see it because today we can hear your voice. Let us know the importance of health. We haven't seen your real face because you're looking down. And here, our Penang Sister said to see you and your father so close. They feel so warm. They're very grateful to Dr. Luo and warm applause. Bye and see Dr. Asim for helping. Be grateful. Next, we'll have another opportunity to share. Okay, we receive messages. Penang. This morning, yeah, often heard about Dr. Luo sharing. Dr. Luo is very humorous. He's very good in sharing joke. But now because he's sharing something very serious, medical item, so couldn't really accommodate a lot of jokes. Doctor also reminded on this importance of enough sleep. This audience cannot. A lot of us are still at night, still at night. This area we have to we're grateful for the reminder to have enough sleep. Li Zhen brother said sister is very mindful in sharing and can change on the spot, make changes on the spot. So truly very grateful to the sister for even being able to make change on the spot. 配合关键 looking teacher Ming that take off the mask at his they are also still taking mask. Very grateful for the reminder. Li Ping, very grateful to you. You always use these short messages, positive messages from Yiming. Yiming this book studies is in 10 languages. A lot of people, they cannot believe at first. So Sister Effie showed them in the phone. Sister Effie showed with her friends that this online book study has 10 different languages. A lot of people, they do not believe. So Sister Effie showed to their friends, really, they have 10 different languages and he has a lot of very good content, positive energy. So some people started to join and people started to like it. They, for those who can understand Chinese, they prefer to listen in Chinese. For those, for some who can't really understand Chinese, they will listen to the YouTube. They can even listen to repeat. So a lot of people give positive response. So for those who can't read Chinese, they try to first use Facebook to learn Chinese. Later, they watch YouTube English. Wow, so touching. Please share all these touching stories with Teacher Mei Yun. You can write it down. Li Zhen Pingdong said, Xiuling sister she's from France and she's so mindful to do master's activities and very grateful. She's our exemplary role model for us to learn. And Yao Ming Canada is also very grateful. Your mindful sharing, this sharing also to everyone. To everyone for this warm sharing, giving us this warm energy from the China family. Yunchin, where are you from? Please share. Thank you. Please share your location. We know where you are. A lot of positive energy. Please share it out at this place. She also shared with us. She's from Singpei family. And Irene, Malaysian. She's also a Cantonese. Translator, she is helping us to share. Sister, you said how good teacher Mei is no need. It's not very. And she also hopes that all of us can move back to a normal lifestyle, not to wear masks, 非常嘛。Let's hope, seeing teacher Mei and hope that this COVID-19 can go away soon, and all of us can go back to normal life. I'm very grateful to everyone and Mei Rong. Okay, next to our PowerPoint. Okay, Sister Xiuling, 感恩。
哇，我最近吃那个健康挑战21的餐实在是太棒了。
大姐，5000块救急一下，拜托拜托。
Now we are coming to this activity segment. We are coming to this. Going to adopt vegetarian.
我说你呀，要好好的反省一下啦。一个人呐，如果不讲信用的话，
you must really
谁都
think
不
it
会
through.
理你的。
A person must have trust. If you don't have trust, people will not bother about you, will not take care
我
of
现
you.
在还在做白日梦呢。今天呐，我有听到师父
At this point of time, you're still dreaming.
师父说，我们要相
This morning, I heard Master during the wisdom at dawn. Master said, we must believe in the law of cause and effect. If you plant vegetables, you will not get the fruits of the apple or oranges. Master also said, Master also wants all of us to check ourselves. What have we done? How much have we done? What have we done? How much goodness have we done? What have we contributed? Have you been securing donations for the vaccine? My family members have donated 6 bamboo bags. Though it's just small coins, small droplets, but it will also be poured into the pool of merits. Little efforts, droplets of effort, can do more. You will never be poor. When you leave this Dharma door, you will never be rich. Do and seize the moment to do good is the best. Please give your round of applause. Now, we shall now invite all the Dhamma brothers and sisters here to stretch your body and muscles. Let us now listen to this great song. It's about Alliance Life from a Daai Dhamma series. Let us now listen to the lyrics, which is very meaningful. Let us move in the same direction. Do you want to try? Do you want to find trouble for yourself? Be courage. Be brave enough to reject. This is just so simple. You want to try? You want to find problems for yourself? Must learn how to say no. Journey in life is not always smooth, for you will surely stumble and fall. It will get better if you have the will to stay away from the troubles. There are certain things that cannot be taken lightly. You will be deeply affected if you get yourself involved in it. Time after time, still unable to discern and distinguish clearly. Getting muddled deeper and deeper, can't find the way out when night falls. Hey, it's your own life. Do not let other people lead you astray. There are things that should not be fought over. As before you take issue over these matters, you are already creating problems. Always see you sweating at the roadside. Appreciate life. There are certain things in life that is up to us. The choice is ours. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from troubles. Do not be leaving yourself at the side of the road, sneezing. Do not be involved in other unwholesome deeds. He said he is your brother, treating you like a brother, everything he shares with you. Let you sniff and sniff, seeing you good, let you have it. Seeing you well and good now, I want to change over myself. I will not touch drugs. Do you want to try it? Do you want to get yourself into troubles? Do you want to try? Please try to say no. Stay away from drugs. Do you dare and courageous to say no? Do not find troubles for yourself. Do not create troubles for yourself. Do not ask me to eat. Take the drugs again. Do you hear me what I say? Do not ask me to take it again. Hey, this is your life. It's your choice. Do not be influenced by others leading you astray. Letting you my story now. It's your choice whether you listen. Aren't you afraid? You think I am talking rubbish? 543? He's just slightly over 40 years old, spending his lifetime to tell us his life story, his journey 20 years ago. He was just a young man. After awakening, he has already spent half his lifetime. As he looked back his life, these few words best describe his life. If I have known earlier. Now, let us get ready for the next segment. It's about a veggie promo. It's a song, a very soothing song here. Looking up the sky with pen, lower our head to the ground to be grateful. Learn to be grateful. Change adversity into blessing. Because there is love, we adopt vegetarianism. Because of love, we sincerely make vows. I am willing to adopt vegetarian. For a world free from disaster, I'm willing to be a vegetarian for a greener environment. I'm willing to be a vegetarian to reduce climate change. I'm willing to be a vegetarian to safeguard health. Everyone encourage and promote vegetarianism. Practice recycling. Let us now safeguard our Mother Earth. Let us promote vegetarian, nurture loving kindness, and doing good deeds. Everyone promote vegetarianism. Let there be peace in our land. Everyone encourage and promote vegetarian. Let the earth breathe normal. Promote vegetarianism with sincerity and prayers. Respect each other and everything more as life has no distinction of hierarchy, high and low, good and bad. I'm willing to be a vegetarian for a world free from disasters. I'm willing to be a vegetarian for a greener environment. I'm willing to be a vegetarian to reduce climate change. I'm willing to be a vegetarian to safeguard health. Let us now all together go veggie forward. Always promote and encourage more people to take vegetarian food. Always practice meritorious deeds. One single thought able to reach thousands. Accumulate all these kind thoughts every day for a peaceful world. One single thought planted will nurture 1,000 good deeds. Accumulate good thoughts to have peacefulness every day. Promote, encourage, sincere, with pious and prayer. Let's go vegetarian. For love, go vegetarian. For love, adopt vegetarian diet. Go veggie, go veggie. Love is to go veggie for our health and also to reduce climate change. Be grateful and respect each other and everything more. Promote vegetarianism with sincerity and prayers. Respect each other and all living beings. One single thought planted will nurture 1,000 good deeds. Accumulate all these good thoughts to have peacefulness every day. Promote, encourage, sincere, be pious in our prayers. Let's go and promote vegetarian far away. Let us adopt vegetarian diet. One single good thought planted will travel 1,000 miles, able to nurture 1,000 good deeds. Accumulate all these good thoughts to have peacefulness every day. Promote vegetarianism. Encourage. Be sincere and pious in our prayers. Promote, encourage vegetarianism for the love, encourage and promote vegetarian diet. Sincere and pious in our prayers. Let's go vegetarian. Let's adopt vegetarian for the love. For the love, adopt vegetarian diet. Go veggie. Love is to go veggie. Let's go veggie. Wishing everyone well and safe and in good health. We are very happy for this activity team, which have grown into a bigger group from they took a lot of time to prepare this activity team. And here are some of the feedback. There's one feedback saying that this segment is the best. And another feedback was saying that it was very grateful to Dr. Luo for his wonderful sharing about medical tips. Brothers and sisters, please leave your wonderful insights with us so that we can share with more people to have more positive energies. Now let's go back to our poster today. This is one of the sisters was saying that this is the second time she went online. Very impressed. Was very impressed with this book study and how to improve and innovate this Brother Minter, for sharing with us, for sending cold fire in a bitter winter. It's very grateful for the speedy feedback and let the world light up with love. From the sharing here, they say that they started from reporting and they wanted to meditate and also writing up their insights here. So at the same time, they say that learning is a continuous process. It's a long journey. Brother Victor and sisters teaching, sharing to us, they've just given us the feedback that let the world be lighted up with love. Now we are going to our mainland China for another piece of sharing. So these feedbacks from mainland China are very heartwarming, as we know that it can be translated into many languages to benefit more. And this is Jean has written many feedbacks to us and have already more than 30. During her last online with us, there was some technical and electrical problems, but however, she's still able to reconnect back with us again. Whatever she had missed in the first session because of the technical instability, she will listen again so that she will not miss the contents of the day of this book study. The most important thing is that every one of us must be mindful we are very, we can learn from all these great sisters of their diligence and great efforts. We are thankful for another sharer from Yunnan. She's trying that it's a great surprise. And listening to the sharing from my brother is like sending a cold to a bitter winter, able to warm the hearts of the people in those remote areas. So always be appreciative of this online book study. He's fascinated with all the sharings from the speakers in this platform. And he has some great words of wisdom. The more love that you give, the more returns that you will get. So this Daai radio, love radio, held by Brother Victor and Sister Xinchen, has already been 35 years old already last week. So now we shall bring brother and sister to Tianjin, China, to listen to one piece of sharing. It's also sending a cold in a bitter winter to this family. Though we are not able to cross over to Tianjin, China, but we are still able to send our little droplets of love over there to warm them in the winter cold. Every footstep that they take in this winter cold are so touching and inspiring. They are still doing the recycling, even though it's so cold out there. They are so passionate about taking care of Mother Earth. Every little piece of recyclables that they found along their way, they will pick it up. It's so touching to see all these scenes of passionate volunteers who are picking up all the recyclables to protect Mother Earth. In mainland China, last year, we have a case, a charity case, which they shared that they never give up anything. Last year, during year-end blessing, we have seen some of our volunteers performing their sign language. We are very impressed with their diligence, and they handed out the packets of blessings during the ceremony of the year-end blessing. We like to be with you because you have positive energies. Now we have Sister Yanyun from Tianjin sharing with us. She's smiling. Please, Sister Yanyun, please share. These brothers and sisters here, dear Master and Master of War and brothers and sisters online, wishing everyone well. What I want to share today is about bonding one Dharma family. First, I want to share about the Sutra of the 8 realization of the Great Beings. The first realization is about the words impermanent. Sister Zhao Shijun, who loved recycling once upon a time and was always healthy, was recently diagnosed with advanced nasopharyngeal carcinoma in January this year. She has no relative to take care of her. The Dharma, we have a family, we volunteers, we set up our own small caring group to take care of her and accompany her within 24 hours. Sister Xijin was hospitalized for a period of time, and when she returned home, we also form our teams to take care of her day and night. As she has no relative, we want to comfort her and make her feel calm and peaceful. Volunteers from morning 7 a.m. are busy taking care of her, taking turns, and in the bitter cold, we will visit her at home after her hospitalization. We travel more than 300 kilometers to bring her to see Chinese medicine. We accompanied for the first time to do her first chemotherapy. As we were traveling with her in the car, we catch up with some sandstorm that day. Though we couldn't see clearly inside the car, but from the report, from her medical report, we spent 2 days and 1 night to accompany her, making sure that she's fine for her recuperation. Sister Yanyun was traveling a long way alone, taking care of Sister Xiuling for 2 days and 1 night until she was discharged from the hospital during the first phase of treatment. After the hot, bitter, cold weather, she was hospitalized and at home, and we went to see her, drove Sister Xiuling to Angkor by herself. It was also the first time that she drove such a long distance, 300 km. She is responsible for our charity window and the team lead during the period. And she arranged all the distribution and reporting matters. Though she was particularly tired, very tired from morning to night, but she was filled with Dharma joy, able to help Sister Xiuling. Sister Jonah on the far right have taken what she accompanied Sister Xiuling to relax. During the period of taking care of Sister Xiuling, taking her for her treatment, her therapy, on June 22nd, Sister Yanyun and Sister Chopping found that Sister Xiuling looked very bad, and they deliberately took her to the hospital for another examination. On June 28th, when the brother and sisters picked Sister Xiuling again and left home, we find that they need to accompany Sister Xiuling, and we arranged all our brothers and sisters here to take turns to take care of Sister Xiuling during this period of difficult times. Though one of the sisters, Sister Li Jing, though she had injured her leg in the early stage, but willingly to take her Xiuling for a Chinese medical treatment. Even though the brothers personally cannot contribute much, but everyone contributed some little effort and money. This picture shows the brother Xiaopao, who is often the one who gets out the car to see a Chinese doctor. Another brother Tang, who has been sending a senior tonics to Sister Xiuling, which costs around 3,000 yuan. But we are very grateful that we love from brothers and sisters willing to take care of Sister Xiuling, leaving away their small love to do great love things. During this epidemic, Tianjin Hualien family members, though could not visit the hospital, but they really often took care by calling, using their phone. From Sister Xiuling, we learned a lot. Enable us to know life has its principles, that all of us have to be simple and humble, do not have any distinction between poor or rich. The love of Suji's family showered on Sister Xiuling during the period touched everybody. We really hope we can wish Sister Xiuling good health always and send our love to her, the love of Suchi.
好，非常感恩燕云哈。
There's one good news here that Sister Xiuling has been well taken care by our brothers and sisters here.
朱军师姐哈，那同时在祝福的当下，我们也要非常的感恩。
One single good thought. We really wish Sister Xiuling have a speedy recovery from her illness and that she may be strong again. Though the side effects of the radiotherapy and chemo are very serious, we hope that her health will gain improvement in the coming days. From the participation and from the love and caring from volunteers from Tianjin, we really hope that we can help many people out there who need love, who need caring. It's such heartfelt sharing just now by Sister Li Yanyun. We hope Sister Xiuling better and recover her health and be able to join us again in doing Suchi work in the coming days. Now I shall pass on to the next sister. Thank you.
平常你到底生不生气呢？我也会不小心就出锤了。看看这美美的海报，我们来自谁帮他写的文宣，也让我们的博元哥哥知道是来自。
Next sharing is from Brother Boyuan. This is his poster about the power of EQ. And this is the sisters who did the posters. And also these brothers and sisters did the design of the posters. So seeing through these posters, we can tell he has been here and he is working with us and always be here with us. So during those times, there's a lot of people around 40 or older than 40 years old, but they got a good use of technology. Every time when he comes, he feels like he's not great enough to do that, but he still wants to do it. This is when he came in 2019 and he is saying at that time. Well, if you guys are always with us, then you guys will feel the sounds really familiar. So if you still remember, here's who were here last time when you were here. And during this time, he only come by himself, and then because the other brother has something to do, so but he still did great job in sharing all those things. So during the COVID time, he provide a lot of information online. And through the Diagnose online, website. People can study online. They can see the lecture and they can learn something through this website, and also like listen to music, dancing at the same time, and hope this can make the COVID time get easier. Also, he also joined a lot of activities in person. So he's almost everywhere. So he's really close to us, and then he's really willing to share his story and willing to help everybody. So let's welcome him. We want to be with you because you have positive energy. Hello, everyone. And the good news is, the really interesting thing is he did not do the test this morning, and I was really scared that he won't able to do online, but he actually did really good. So now he only has 30 minutes to do the sharing. Hello everyone. Hello everyone online and who is in person. I'm here again. Because the COVID this year, so Sister May asked him that, oh, there's actually a chance to do a online sharing, and if you're willing to do that, and he's like, oh, that would be so great. You guys follow the technology stacks really close. So today I want to share about the topic about the EQ, the power of EQ. So so the picture you saw on the left is because she's my partner, but she's missing today. But the reason she's missing because she just had a baby, a little cute boy, so she's not really available to do the share today. And let's wish to see her again tomorrow, next year. So this is my personal experience, and so we're first going to talk about what is EQ. So people always say that who you born was for now will be the same for the future. And the thing is, for IQ, it would be 80% of natural and 20% of depends on who you are in the future. And then for EQ is 20% who you born, and then 80% of the environment you're in, like how the surround influence you. So that if you do not have a really high EQ at the beginning, then it can get better in the future. So I am going to talk about how to diagnose your personal EQ. So the EQ including 3 types of abilities. The first one is how to separate the personal feeling with others' feeling. Just for example, you can tell if you are happy now or if you're not happy, or you can tell if others is happy or others not really happy. So you were able to do or diagnose if others or yourself are having a good emotional right now or not. And the second ability is how to manage your personal emotion and others' personal emotion. So, for example, if you are in a not really good mood, is there any possible ways that you can change your emotion to a positive way, or like try to make yourself better? And for making other people feeling better or make them have better emotion is also really important. And the third ability is use your personal emotional to guide your logic thinking. So sometimes when people get really nervous or get really worried about something or stressful, like the emotion will kind of lead us to some kind of activity. Like the emotion will lead us to do something. So there's one part of the brain called frontal lobe, and people will able to do the thinking by the frontal lobe, and it's important to like use the frontal lobe energy to do the cooperating with ourselves to see if we are doing the thing in a right way or a wrong way. So we need to include all those three energies. Then we need to use or have those three abilities to improve our EQ level. And then after talking about all those about EQ, why is EQ important? But actually the research find out that the people who has high EQ, they have higher ability of self-protect, and also they can do a good job in school. And just for example, if you ask kids, why do you study, and then the kids is like, oh, I don't know, my parents asked me to. But if the kids start learning, like starting to improve their EQ level, and then they will think about why they are doing it, they will think about how to make it better. And the third one is for higher EQ people, they will have higher ability of doing their jobs, and they will also have higher level of self-confidence and self-efficacy. So like when they have higher EQ, they always look nice to each other, or like they will be nice to each other and always keep their smile on their face. And when you open to others, and then you start feeling more confidence to others and more open to yourself. And also for people with high EQ, you will have a higher ability to like talking to each other, and then you will find out your personal relationship will become better because people likes to talk to you, and you have more ability to interacting with people. So also for like people who have high EQ, it does not only benefit from study, but it also can benefit from work and life. That's also really important for getting high EQ. Then how the things, like the world is so wild, like there may be some part that didn't pay really attention to emotional teaching, but actually they did it a lot of in developing EQ. So so for the kids who had a high EQ level, and they will have higher grades in their schoolwork, and they will have more close to social behavior. So like they will like to attend class, they will have higher level of attendance, and the level of their antisocial behavior would decrease, because like once they love the world and then they love to interacting with people, so their level will be higher, and then their ability of school also works better. Sorry, just give me a second.
就是说他上课本来会捣蛋的、不守秩序的，他会霸凌别人的、会暴力的这一些行为呢，其实他都会下降的。也千万不要小看这个百分点哦，这个10%就可以影响很多的人。所以啊，EQ 教育真的非常重要。
The kids will be more like going to class, and then the percent of them increasing to go to class is like more than 10%, and also like their class grade will be increasing around 11%, and they will feel more happy when they are doing the schoolworks. So even if they feel like they did not really did a super good job, but still they will do something that will make them feel better or feel happier. So because the kids will grow up in the future, and it will make the future economic level for the country will be increasing 11 or 22%, because when the kids grows up, they will keep the good part of themselves, they will keep what they learned in kids and when they are young, and then they will keep the positive energies around, and then that will make better works in the future. So emotional learning is not only for like kids need to learn, but also need to we also, as an adult, we also need to learn that. So if people don't control their emotions, they may become crazy. And this is what we need to start from. Like we need to observe at the beginning. So like, can you realize, or can you diagnose what your emotional is? Her sister Marie is a happy emotion. She's smiling right now. And then like this several pictures you will see is how wider the picture is. And then so for the people who is in sad mode, and then she might feel guilty, or she might feel a little bit shame, and sometimes that would develop to sadness or like hopeless, and when something mad happens, and we need to go deeper to see why the mad emotion comes out. Like, is that because we are so stressed out, or is that because someone did not achieve what you want, or is there like more under why you feel so annoying? And as we said, 80% of the emotional learning will be like developing in the future. So now we need to like realize from the deeper of ourselves to see why we have the feeling. So when one emotional come, no matter it's positive or negative, is that feeling good or not feeling really good, we need to know like why this has happened and what's under it, and then what caused this happens. So once we feel the emotion, it's important to like to think about that, how that will go away, and then how we solve the problem to make our feel better. And like, because no one will stay mad for the whole time or like stay in a bad mood for a whole time. So it's important to know that what should we do to make us feel better, or like what will happen in the future. But also like when the sadness happens, we kind of need to adapt it. Like we will accept our emotions. So like if we feel sad, then we know, okay, we feel sad now, but we just hold that sad, and we can just try to accept that, not just try to avoid the problem. Like, oh, I'm not sad. Just keep telling yourself I'm not sad, or like, oh, I feel nothing. But actually, you still have the emotion, and when you keep doing that, it will get worse. So one also important thing is logic. So like no matter if you have positive or negative and like feeling, you will actually kind of like lose your mind, because when, like for example, when you're mad, you won't able to talk, like you won't able to talk calm, or like you won't talk smoothly or like nice. So if I get mad at myself, I will keep telling myself, oh, you stop talking, like just don't talk anymore. And then because like if you keep thinking about the mad, then it will make you feel worse. So like try to control yourself a little bit, and then try to get out of yourself from that environment. Just like if you're talking to someone make you mad, just leave that environment and then go to somewhere that will make you feel calm. Just like, for example, go to the washroom, wash your face, and then make you feel better. And then like after, like you stop making yourself being angry at others, and then you just go somewhere else will make you calm, and then think about the problem again, and that will make you feel better. So we know when we are mad, it's just a temporal thing. Like it won't keep forever, but like it is important to keep, like it is important to make your brain keep that emotion but not express to others, and then use your brain to think about the problem and then try to solve the problems. So for the emotional teaching, it's also important to face it, to accept it, to deal with it, and to let it go. But actually to use of these abilities is kind of hard. So for facing them, people know we need to face them, and for accepting, but people say, oh, I know I need to accept it, but it's hard for me to do it. And even if I accept it, I don't know how to deal with it. And since I don't know how to deal with it, I can't let it go because I haven't dealt with it. I haven't know how to deal with it. So it's important that like when we face it and we accept it, but we need to know that the emotion will go one day. Like it won't always keep in your mind. So that is also one way to deal with it. But like since you try to let it go or like keep it somewhere, like after you solve the problem, or like deal with the problem, you will kind of let it go because you know the things is gone. But also, like, what should we do after we control our emotions? So this one is like emotional role. So I also have a TV show called Brothers Born in Secret Room. So for that show, it's just try to see how to solve their emotions through their lives. Like not only kids have the emotion, like adults need to do it. And welcome everybody to look or like take a look of the TV show. So hope that will make you guys feel better to like solve the emotions. So these are several steps like apologize, calm down, you need to speak out, you need to refuse, try it again, make a deal or appreciate, it's okay, or asking for help or leave. So when you first saw those, like you weren't able to do it as soon as possible. Like you weren't able to do it immediately when you have that emotion. But you need to find out, you need to you're not going to get good at it for the first time, but it's important like to use kind of this ways to like changes your emotions. So like asking help or like telling yourself, oh, it's okay, it's not really important, and then like being appreciated, thank you again for whatever I got, or like make a deal. It's not only making deals with others or like making, or you can also make deals with yourself. So like if you're in a bad mood, you can just like maybe you can make a deal to yourself that after I had this cup of bubble tea, then I will not feeling mad at all. So like making yourself feel better doing something else. And also like try it again, like if you felt something, like try to do it again, that maybe will get it through. But also like think about it, like if the things are already gone, and then if there's one thing happens, then it will go one day. It won't never, like it will not stay there forever. So like and also think about like if others can do it, you can also do it. There's nothing like you cannot do it. So now let's try this in person. Okay, so there's a lot of mothers and dads online, I assume. So there's like so when a mom like when mom has pregnant, they will think about, oh, how do I be a good mom? What should I do or what should I say to make a good mom? And when what happens, or like when I solve the problems, and then to make me become a better mom. And then I feel like there's a lot of angel moms and they will become a mad mom. But what the secret of become after from the really nice mom to really mad mom?
的妈妈了啊！对啦，我说要来搞清楚为什么妈妈都会变成母老虎。
This is her imagined world, and then now she is the mother of Hualien. And then I want to know how nice mom can become a mad mom. And I keep telling myself that I am the most sweet and the nice mom in the world. Oh, my shoulder feels super sore. And it's already 9 o'clock, and after 2 hours of work, I still work 2 extra hours after my general working hours. And also the house is such a mess. Oh, there's snacks, there's toys. And then what happens? And then I was like, oh, I need to calm down. It's fine. I need to take a breath. It's fine.
每次下班了，讯息都还这么多。副理，报价单我已经整理好了，放在你桌上。
She got a lot of message, even in its work. She's sending messages to her boss that she's done a part of her work. Now it's her mother's-in-law. So Xiaoyuan's father has to go out for business for this week. So she's going to come to take care of Xiaoyuan. And everywhere is such a mess, and she probably will get mad at me. And every time when she comes, she will bring a lot of snacks, but Xiaoyuan already don't love the mean meals. It's not really good to let him keep eating snacks. His manager sent her a message again. Just don't forget some information online. And this is Xiaoyuan. Here's my math test. I need yours to sign on. What? You just got 70%? I already sent you to after school class. Where did you spend all those money on? Where's all those class level goals? Xiaoyuan, is there anything that you don't understand? You can ask me, it's fine. But actually, I feel I know everything, but I don't know what's going on because I got that grade. And then her mom is like, oh, you don't even know where you may make a mistake. Like your grandmother is really paying attention to your grades. Like I have really much stress. And then look at your attitude. Like I always worry about you. I always worry about a lot of things. But look at other kids like Xiaojun. He always got really good grades. And Xiaoyuan is like, why you always compare with Xiaoyuan? If you really want to compare with him, then why you don't become his mom? I just said I want to be a really nice mom, but I just become more exposed right now. So he has to deal with her work, her mother's-in-law, clean the house. There's so many stress on her, and she feels super tired and super stressful. By that time, Xiaoyuan has a lot of problems. At the same time, she feels like, oh, Xiaoyuan must be really sad because I just got mad at him. I'm going to give him some dessert. How's your work goes? Man, why you don't lock the door and then just directly come in? I want you to come in to think about it, not playing on your phone. I want to be a nice mom. I'm already super tired. I have to mad at you when you come back. I don't feel comfortable doing this actually. But from now, you're not allowed to use TV, computer, and phone.
孩子怎么这么难教啊？当妈妈真的好难哦。
I can't control myself again. Why kids is so hard to take care of? It's so hard to be a mom. What should I do?
等妈妈了啊！对啦，我说要来搞清楚为什么妈妈都会变成母老虎，所以这一次才变成校园妈妈。
好的，
不会的。
是，我跟你讲哈，就是博远，我跟你讲，不要发疯哦，不要叫我闭嘴哦。2分钟以内一定要结束哈，感恩您，因为刚才那个影片比较长了一点，哇，真的，但是很精彩。来，继续回到博云哥哥。
刚才美云师姐呢，从 U 到嘎明讲到，看到开怀大笑，后来又 U 到嘎明。
没有啦，我就是看那个时间点上，是2分钟内感恩。
来，我们继续讲下去哦。有没有刚才呢？所有妈妈会变成母老虎呢，都在这个剧里面完整的演练出来了。其实真的就是我们每天太多事情啦，然后小孩呀都跟我们想的不一样。
Does everyone who feel like kind of similar or like kind of something that they may some mom feel the same, and it's because they have too many things to do with every day, and also the kids is different than what you saw. But actually, the life we are in is who we are, and we need to practice and we need to learn from our lives.
小圆刚才考试考不好，你就可以说，爸爸刚才有看到你的努力啊，你前面的努力其实都不会白费的。
So like, we need to like accomplish others so that we can learn from each other, and then we can make the things feel better. So for the first one, it's just like we say that, maybe she can change a way to say, you actually did a good job, but I believe you can do better, or like, but instead of saying, look at others, like what's wrong with you? Like, so like when you do the complicated, just also pay attention on that thing. So like accomplish on what he did is good. Not only just say, hey, you did a good job, it's good for you, I'm proud of you, but like that is not really a particular encourage. And there is a sandwich way. So first you need to observe what others good at. So like you need to be appreciated and give them encourage. And then second is like give them advice where you want to make the change and the direction where they can do better. And the third one is appreciate them again, and then see what your benefit about. And then next, I just want everybody please follow me on IG, like Instagram or like Facebook. That's all I share for now. Thank you guys, everyone.
来不及听怎么办？重听一次就会清楚明白。然后在这个地方呢，我们日本的家人就说，即便这是给那个什么小朋友主持的，但其实讲 EQ 这个部分，我们这些老朋友也超级需要的。所以
there's family members from Hualien said, you talk so fast, I can't even hear what I say. And my sister like, listen to it again, and then try to observe it.
我的语速是属于快的，节奏是属于快的。可是博云哥哥，你这一个出一栏，你讲的比我还要快，所以他们应该是
for the translation groups, I assume they're super tired and super exhausting today because my speaking level is already super fast, but yours is way faster than mine, so I assume they must be really stressful.
我们呢全看在心里， 开心至极。所以再次掌声，也感恩我们的博越哥哥，透过科技接轨，让我们感受到 EQ 的力量。接下来就是我们最后的一个单元，棒棒接力。
So I really appreciate it again, and really appreciate for your sharing. And next is welcome to see you again.
我到底学习了多少？华有日新，有日行吗？真的要好好的自我盘点。我受赠后就承担了股权干事，有欢喜，有挫折，但是更多的是感动
I'm very happy to be in Tzu learn from compassion and joy. Well, how much did I learn from Tzu? We have to take inventory of what we have learned. After I am commissioned, I assume the role of stem cell donation committee. They are laughter and frustration, but more of heartfelt situation. Have to raise our wisdom, and because there are different perspectives of people, and when they are donors matching with the recipient, we have to investigate or observe the donors and to cultivate their great love. And then the donors, when they come to hospital to review the donation of stem cell, we have to inspire his great love and with a very respectful and sincere heart. And we have to be the bridge between the donors and the recipients. I am also a great firefly in these matters. I will follow life after life with Master in doing Tzu Chi and be a good disciple. With Tzu Chi, all of us together are fireflies that dispel the darkness of others. Let the Tzu Chi fireflies illuminate the world. We have to be vegetarian. All my friends and relatives are gradually be vegetarian, and I'm really grateful for this and grateful for listening. Beloved Master and Abud Masters, good evening. And when this pandemic happened, vaccine is the one thought that comes to me, that it will protect lives. So in this pandemic, I have shared a video. After I go through it, I feel very heartfelt and moved. Therefore, I have shared with others, friends, relatives, and this video is about review the heart of masters who have the inspiration to build the hospital didn't think of selves but others. At that time, the pandemic is very serious, and the donating members or the volunteers, I have created a good affinities with them. When during this time of the pandemic, I have used the technology using lines to communicate with them, to encourage them to support the donation for the vaccine, the purchase of the vaccine for Taiwan. So during that time of the critical period of pandemic, we are not able to go out. Therefore, we communicate with chats. So we invited them for the donation, collected bit by bit. Yeah, collected bit by bit, and eventually is like the Bodhisattva emerged from the ground. When we have create blessing, the place that we stay will be free from disaster. So by planting a good seeds to everyone, it create good blessing, and we have a peaceful life. And also, I have recruited 4 ordinary boards for the vaccine donation. At this time, we are really grateful, and each one of us here have the strength to carry out the activities. From Perchi group leader, after she stepped down, she has been a committee for the stem cell leader. Very grateful that from this report we know about the activities that have been done. Let us yeah, we have this turmeric solution for it's a new product. We have many products here in Jingsi. This product, therefore, please join, please purchase from the Jingsi Cafe for better health. And next week, we have sharing from China. So next week, our platform here will be very joyous. Yeah, so now as the pandemic in Taiwan have improved, therefore Kaohsiung listeners can come over to be on site for the session. We have many sharers next week. Every and stay. Yeah, please join us. We would like to be with you because you have positive energy. Grateful to everyone who have joined the session and leaving feedbacks for us. Yeah, grateful to Boyan